Hi, I'm Moody, feeling moody. You know what that means. It's time for a moon message. Today's moon is the first quarter moon under the astrological sign of Scorpio. This reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, both nodes, Taurus, Holy Spirit, Angel Guides. What is the August reading for Taurus? Hi Taurus. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. I'm so glad that you joined me. If you have hung out with me before, you know that every month I follow the American native tradition of naming the months. And really the full moon is what they name, but Spirit has me naming the entire month of that so I can use the spiritual themes of the month. Alright, so August is called the Sturgeon Moon Month because the Native American tribes in the Great Lakes region found this fish to be abundant in August, right? It was plentiful. And August also happened to be when the seasons began to change. So that too occurred at the same time. Because of the fish abundance and the return of it annually, it was associated with certain spiritual principles. These are strength, resilience, resourcefulness, perseverance, showing the ability to navigate the water's currents and still make progress in spite of that. So Spirit wants us to know that we too can make progress in spite of life's currents, because we are able to navigate them. We just have to continue to persevere. We also have to be resourceful, think outside the box, listen to our intuition, be resilient, just never give up. Giving up is not an option, right? What are we going to do? So we find the strength to continue on. Do you know that the sturgeon fish is a solitary fish, meaning they like to hang out with other fish that are like-minded, fish that they find agreement with. And they're a community fish too. They like to be around their young fish, so they create schools. Groups of fish are called schools. And again, that happened more during mating season. And guess when that was? One of them was in August. Because for males, right, they like to mate once or twice a year. But females mated 2 or 4 times a year. So there's a connection with large community that sturgeon fish bring to the forefront in August. We're being reminded of the importance, the strength of community. When you're with community, you're around fish that allow you to be your authentic self. You don't have to put on any airs or pretenses. You are you, and they love you for you. They support everything you do, you know, or they don't say anything if they don't support you, Taurus, right? That in itself is support. And that forces positive connection. It fosters positive connections. So the sturgeon fish is a fish of community, fostering positive connections, but with like-minded people, right? It is said that if you try and compromise but you can't, what can you do? You can't foster anything positive in that agreement or in that arrangement. Also, the sturgeon fish is a meaty fish. This is not a flim-flam fish, you know. It's a thick fish. Most of them grow at least 12 inches. And When you eat this fish, it is said to fill you up, like you're satisfied, fulfilled. You know what else? Their eggs are used to produce caviar. Who would have thought, right? They are able to produce a delicacy. So now we've upped the ante on sturgeon fish, right? And that's why they're so important in August. Let's talk about the astrology for a minute, Taurus, okay? Because talking about the importance of community, Spirit wants me to talk about planetary parades and planetary alignments. And that's happening on August 9th at the same time that the full moon in Aquarius is occurring. We also have a new moon August 23rd in Virgo. But the planetary alignment happens on August the 9th. Let's talk about that for a minute. Okay. Spirit is letting us know there's an opportunity for us to align forces with the universe. When the energies of multiple people are in alignment, multiple fish, right? People with the same mindset, the same purpose to grow, to manifest, to cause collective shifts. When there's an alignment and there's harmonization, that is the most potent atmosphere to allow a major change to occur. Okay? It is said that under planetary alignments, it can be seen as correlating the significant events on Earth, reflecting the interconnectedness of the celestial and the earthly realms. Right. So in other words, Spirit is giving us a visualization of how we should conduct ourselves here on Earth. Well, what do you mean by that? So this spiritual alignment is Mercury, which is Gemini and Virgo, Venus, which is Libra and Taurus, Jupiter, which is Pisces and Sag, Saturn, which is Capricorn, Uranus, which is Aquarius, and Neptune, again, Pisces. Now just imagine all of that energy aligning in agreement, in accordance, in harmonization, agreeing on the same thing. And then just imagine us here on Earth in alignment, in accordance, in agreement. See, Spirit's trying to also align us with a deeper connection to divine energies. Why? Because this is spiritual warfare here that we are in the midst of. Make no mistake, right and wrong. That's what it comes down to. That's what life ultimately comes down to, right? You receive karma based on being on the right side or the wrong side. That's it. And so He is calling us to have a closer relationship with Him now, because you want to make sure that you know Him before you need Him. Okay, that's what He just said. And there needs to be a greater sense of unity, especially among the right, because it seems like evil's prevailing. Let's just call it out, because it's real. But this alignment, like so above, so below, it's 6 planets and they're aligning on 8, 9. And here He's asking for us to begin to align, to create a collective consciousness. Like, I think it's time for you to choose your side. That's kind of what God is saying. Yeah, it's like shit or get off the pot. What's it gonna be? Because this is about us coming together under one conscience, potentially leading to a major shift in society, in culture, in changes, in heightened awareness on a global scale. Okay, so what do we mean by that? So Spirit's already said this is about us realizing that we are interconnected, right? So something can happen on one part of the world and it not affect you right here. Exactly. So this interconnectedness actually means that you have to be concerned about the human race, because if they can do it in one aspect of the world, they will do it here. The same thing will happen. So we need to rise up and be a conscious collective voice so that we're potent. We're filled with God, right? Because of our connection. And we know that once he's fueling this because it's good. We want to do right. There's enough food to feed everybody. What's going on in Gaza, it's not okay. When we can't close our eyes to that. This is, that's why he's calling us to be conscious. That's why the subconscious, the 6 planets aligning. And look up in the sky. I'm going to be looking at night to see if I can see them, right? A telescope, maybe I need to get one of those. But anyway, it's about us in our thoughts first, getting there, thinking about what's occurring, right? AI is coming in. What does that really mean to us? I'll talk about that later. I'm praying on that, so I'll tell you what Spirit says. But this is the time for us to set our intentions about what's happening right now. Good or evil, what is happening, and to be a voice. And I know here in America, the rezoning of Texas, and just everything, every day there's another thing added. Okay, you have to be conscious of that, because that rezoning ensures that the people who are currently in power stay in power. Okay, so I don't know where you are on that, but there needs to be a consciousness. You want to find like-minded people. And if you're spiritual, there's none of this that's okay of what's happening today. Okay? Also, that harmonization and that alignment starts with us, though, individually, right? Before we get to the collective part. And so this is a time for us individually to align our energies, intentions, and spiritual path with the cosmic flow. Because giving up is not an option. We're going forward. But you have to select your team. That's what he's saying now. Okay. So Taurus, let's get into your tarot here. Okay, that's my August general. Tell me what Taurus needs to know. Holy Spirit, angel guides. Taurus, the main thing. Wow, King of Cups. And look how he holds that cup up. He really values that cup. That's, well, first of all, love starts with your own cup, right? Filling up your own cup with what you value. And the real issue is discovering that cup. What should be in that cup? What is this cup? That's Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces energy. It's water. Ooh, reverse. I did a reading for somebody about building walls. Like everybody has a certain boundary, level of boundary that they should be setting for everybody coming into your life. Like they got to give you some basic respect. That's basic, right? But then from there you adjust those boundaries according to your interactions, right? Okay, Spirit is saying, look, can you get some cards on the table before you start running your mouth? Right. Ooh, the sun. Something's being enlightened to you. This is good. First of all, the sun is the best card in the deck. Again, he said, can you get the daggone cards on the table? Oh, don't start me with that. Sorry. When you talk a lot, you need a lot of water. At least I do. Alright, see, I'm talking again. He's like, look. Okay. Oh, I just got, looking at the sun, the Seven of Swords, which is at the center of your reading. This is all about some type of deception. And I think it's deception, like maybe you don't see something, or you're deceiving yourself by not looking or thinking that something is possible. Think upon something that you love. It's been enlightened to you lately, but you could have been sabotaging it because you don't think it's real, it's practical, or it's going to really make a difference, like bring you the money or bring you the love, or because it's about love, and love is about who you love or what you love, right? And the first thing that Spirit put in my head was that this concerns your cup. And Taurus, this is about value, worth with you. Your concerns about that, right? Only things, you value your things, but you value your heart. You're ruled by Venus. You value relationships, right? Okay. So I see the sun, I see the Seven of Swords, and then I saw the Emperor. And I'm definitely not reading in order. And so that's kind of what I think this is about too. You realizing, first of all, something you want. You either want to do, or you want a relationship. Because Venus controls relationships and money. Again, love being about what you love or who you love, right? So I think like letting go of some boundaries. Let me see one thing. Why do you say that? Because, okay. Yeah, you are. You're fixed. And once you do something, that means it's hard to change sometimes, right? When you're a fixed energy, you get into the mindset of it, and it's hard to change. Because Seven of Swords is at the center. You know, that definitely is issues with deception around you, maybe other people. But what's more important, Spirit says, is the demons within me and within you, right? What we tell ourselves, right? So these boundaries are here, and that is not only in terms of relationships, but sometimes we put ourselves in a box because everybody else does, you know. And I'll use myself as an example with reading. My close associates don't believe in what I do, but I know what I'm called to do, all right? And so, yeah, it may take longer for me to make my way in this field, but I'm not going to sabotage myself because other people aren't with me, you know. I'll meet my tribe, definitely, like we all will, especially if you're called, because of this battle of good and evil, you know. That's just the way of the world. And right now, I could let others sabotage me, right? And continue, oh, you know, I'm not doing this, but I'm doing this. so I don't measure up for them. But it's not about that. It's about me measuring up for me. This happens to be my calling. I earnestly believe that. Okay? And I understand why now, because I kind of do have a gift of gab once I get it going. Once I, yes, understand also the detail, and God is giving me a deeper understanding. I get it. So, there is about something in this reading about the Seven of Wands, your boundaries, your beliefs, the walls that you've put up, or what you've created served a purpose back then, right? Because it was all past. And some of you put those walls up early on and just have left them there. That's what Spirit is saying. And it could be in terms of technology. Maybe you haven't kept up technologically. And you need to take, what am I taking? Coursive. Just to get up to speed on AI, because life is changing, and listening to more things about what does that mean, because it's gonna happen. You know, life is gonna happen. Whatever's supposed to happen to you while you're here is gonna happen, but how you handle it is what can change based on your growth, your maturity, right? That's what we're talking about. So right now, there is some type of deception energy. It's at the core. It's at the center of this reading. But it's all designed to force you to take action with the Knight of Wands. You've been enlightened to something. Yeah, you've been enlightened. There's no way that the sun appears and you don't see light. You see something. And you have the Princess of Wands and you have the Princess of Pentacles. And the Princess of Wands is current energy. And that's about making progress, right? It is August. It's time to think about the kids. They get ready to go back to school, college, all of that. Grade school, money, budgeting, how you're going to make more money, coming up with more job streams, and staying with it until it pays off. Once you realize what it is in here. And the cup being symbolic of what you love. What do you like to do? Then you just stay with it and refine it and make it better and pray on it, right? July's theme was prayer, meditation, and belief. You got to believe that we got it. And August is about getting back to work, getting busy, producing something. Okay, Spirit. He's like, this is my reading too, Taurus. Amazing. So anyway, definitely taking action. Yeah, because some of you, this cup also correlates to your pentacles, which is really all of us. What we do, we want to make money at. But we can't use the old, outdated ways to make money in this era. Yes, we can't. And I'm getting that like now. This is a whole nother mindset that I had for a little series on something I wanted to talk about. But you're getting it here. I don't know why Spirit has me talking about this, because it's relevant to you now. I see. Seven Swords. What else? Oh, jumped right up. Belief that you have the tool set, you have the ability, you will have the opportunity. Maybe now you could be doing something with your time, or you should be doing something that you value in that cup that you want to do. Forget how others are going to perceive it. We just had that conversation, right? Right. You know what you are being called to do. Now you need to assume the responsibility and the accountability and do it. You're very intuitive now, God. Spirit said with the sturgeon moon, it's heightened awareness. It's being aware of, because we hear it, but we just don't take the action. We don't believe it. Are you talking to me? I can't do that. The naysaying. I hear this more of the internal. So you working on something for you. This is all about you transforming personally and taking the opportunity on something new. For some of us, it's like, what do you have to lose? Because you're in a situation now where if anything takes off, it's a win-win. Yeah. So don't tell yourself no. With the Knight of Swords, you know, the subliminal messages that we give ourselves, we need more affirmations. It's just between you and divine. Look at the communication comes. And when it's time, we know everything works in divine time. He provides, right? He makes a way. He makes the resources. He makes the change. Right? You take the action and he makes the change. This is fear, doubt, not thinking. Yeah, this goes with that Seven of Swords because it's a sabotage of mindset. Like your thoughts are sabotaging you from taking action. Nine of Swords. Prayer, meditation, and belief. Also a card of rest. Some of you are probably exhausted from this issue. Whatever it is, it's exhausting. It's like sapping your energy. Could be depressing you. Yeah. Wow. Capricorn energy. The devil. Okay. But here you go. And that's why the Emperor appears, future energy. You take a step. You believe after hearing this. And whatever you do to say you're leaving that energy of discontentment, of mental entrapment with the Seven of Swords, of believing things that others say or others do, by believing that mindset of worry. Yeah, the Nine of Swords is a lot of worry. Everything has you worried. And if you continue in that, that's what it's going to be. So in other words, our mind controls everything. And right now, we're responsible for filling it with affirmations. Right? And if you think of it like, what do I have to lose? Because some of you, like your back is up against the wall. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't focus on what the desires of your heart, what you really want to do. Therein lies your purpose, in your heart. It's in your heart. The heart of the matter is, yes, absolutely. All right, sometimes though it takes you time to figure that out, but still, you gotta be doing it. You gotta be doing it. Ace of Cups, that's what I was talking about. And here it comes. Your heart is what's going to bring you balance. It's going to bring you the truth, fairness. And praying on it, if this is what you're called to do, and it usually is, nothing can stop that but you. Tell me about love. Love, specifically. What does the King of Cups, Taurus, need to know? What do you need to know? You are the Emperor here. Okay, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by religious upbringing and spiritual path. So somebody may not be on your spiritual path, or right now you haven't met them yet. Okay, that could very well be. Maybe you need to go to church, find a spiritual place, right? And that will put you on path. I'm hearing that for some. Or maybe you found somebody in a spiritual setting. Why do I say that? I'll tell you why. Because somebody did already. They found somebody. They got feelings, right? There's some kind of feelings, yes. That's the King of Cups. Water is all about feelings. That's why I love the moon, because it's water, right? Cancer energy. But yeah, somebody has somebody up in their head feeling something. I'm not sure. What is it, Spirit? Can you give me 1 or 2 cards telling me about these romantic feelings? The Taurus. Oh, the King of Cups. The 9 of Cups. Whoa. So this is somebody that kind of matches your rhythm with the Temperance card. Yeah, you are an earth sign. It could be another earth sign, because I see 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on earth. And I see, yeah, you feel calm around them. That's why they're feelings. And that's why Spirit says they're real and worth exploring. They do make you happy. This could be a wish fulfillment. This could be the one. Let's see. Is this the one, Spirit? Is there anything else? Right now, see, it's that 5 of Pentacles right now. Top of mind is your finances and your career. Or maybe it's somebody that you're meeting. Maybe they're looking too. Maybe they're looking too. This could be the one. I said that. I felt that. Come on. Taurus, I know who I'm talking to, because I've been telling you about this person for a while. And this is true love. I've been saying all of that because it's true. It's true. I'm just being told in August, it is time to get back down to business. It is time to make some progress. It is time to be expansive. Let down barriers, right? Be more explorative. Absolutely. Make the effort, Spirit said. And this is in terms of what and who you love. It's about the Ace of Cups. All about love. All about love. Pay attention to your feelings in August. People that make you feel a way. Because I see you schooling with others who are like-minded. Like maybe even some of you find your tribe. And you never know. Like they could also be experiencing some financial issues. And maybe you two coming together, maybe able to create some kind of business. Because this is King or Queen of Wands energy. And for some reason, I'm talking about this energy when you find this person, when your paths cross. Okay. What else, Spirit? What else does Taurus need to know? Okay. Persevere. And that is what August is about, right? Being resilience. And you are the sign of perseverance, by the way. That's a part of your makeup. So continue to be you. You are on course, on path. Obstacles are blessed opportunities for growth. Both partners will have the desire to overcome. That's why This could be the one. This is gonna be the one. All of this is just preparation for the one. Spirit, give me an angel number to summarize. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment. Everything is changing. And that's what I'm saying. Old patterns and stuff, nothing that you used to do, even in relationships, right? Like maybe we had a way of approaching the opposite sex and we were smooth and we may have said this, did that. None of that's going to work. Not on anything that's coming into existence now. Spirit said this is about great transformation, major changes, opportunities that come in very fast. And you're expected to process it. You aren't a victim of circumstance anymore, Taurus. Yeah, no more spiritual deception. You are the beneficiary of it instead. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you're willing to adapt to this shift. Didn't I say that? Yes. Everything is working out for the best as long as you are accomplishing what you set out to do. Everything will work out perfectly in the end. Taurus, thank you so much for staying with me, and until the next moon phase, namaste.